Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Oh gosh. Hello. I nearly spilled my drinks absolutely everywhere. It was, quite frankly, nearly a disaster. You know when you kind of like walk into a room and you got your hands occupied and then you just kind of like tap your elbow against something, whether it be a wall or a piece of furniture, then all strength is lost, is gone, immediately. That's what happened. I managed to hold my grip barely onto my mug of coconut chai. So, disaster averted. Hello, Ash. Welcome in. Thank you for the 44 months. Oh, damn. How you doing? can we play Baldur's Gate sometime again? I mean, I wasn't expecting anything from yesterday. Yeah, everyone was busy, and I had a job come in, oddly enough, so I was busy too, which is lovely. But I would love to play again. And Sleepless, thank you for the hydrate. That was the other thing in my hand. Alongside my coconut chai, I brought in a tall glass of water to stay hydrated. Was down, I've been progressing my main playthrough again finally, but I've hit a roadblock. The last thing I saw when I was hovering over Baldur's Gate and thinking about playing my solo campaign was that you defeated the golem in the Adamantine Forge. Done. And everyone gets the achievement for not using the massive hammer, and I'm assuming everybody else did the same as me and was like, oh, that would have been a really good idea after the fact. Yeah, destroyed him. Nice, well done. Yeah, me too. A really cool helmet. I knew it was recommended. Oh, no, I had no idea. You monked his face off. Yeah, my main character is a monk as well. Monk of the open hand, I believe. So you're playing as two monks, Ash. You got Monk of the Open Hand and Monk of the Four Elements. Damn. Must really like the new Monk, huh? Stirring my coconut chai. How you doing otherwise? You okay? Love having so many attacks. It is fun. You're sleepless. What are you today? Thank you for the hydrate again earlier. Gotta stay hydrated. Oh, I'm quite proud of myself today, to be honest. I had a good couple of days. And it's quite rare where I'm so productive and then able to help a client in such a short period of time. So yesterday morning at like 7 a.m. when I was still very much asleep, one of my old clients that I've worked with for... last time I worked with them was in March, but this was the third time they've come to me and asked for help for voiceover stuff. They were like, hey, we got a new project. It's for a gyrocopter company. And I was like, oh, okay. They sent me the script. And then I recorded it Thursday, edited it Friday morning, today, sent it off, and they paid me the same day. I'm like, that is perfect. Never do you get such a quick response, turnaround, and then payment. It's the trifecta. It was lovely. Current BG3 problem is that originally I got Astarion to romance me. Really liked where that story was going. Loaded an old save to do some quests that I missed. Just rolled that back. Now I've done the entire Underdark and everything and I can think of up top, and he's not into me anymore. Oh no! I'm sorry. No, that sounds awful. I've not romanced Astarion. In my single player playthrough, I was like, okay, maybe I can be poly and date everybody. So when the party happened, I hung out with Shadowheart because I was like, oh well, Karlak and I can't do much anyway because engine is still being problematic. So I was like, well, maybe if I knock Shadowheart out quickly, you know, that's a notch in my bedpost, and then go back to Karlak later on. But now it seems like Karlak's not interested. So I'm like, oh dear. Be poly to some extent, but the camp scene seems to really start one. Yeah, I'm hoping that there is an option later on to just like change your mind. Like, oh, we had fun, but now I'm into this person. If so, I'll go down that road, because Karlak is life, really. She's wonderful. Okay, I've been stirring this drink for the last 5 minutes constantly. Hopefully it's all dissolved. Let me see. Can't go for Halcyon until later, but he's totally fine with sharing. Yes, I know that Halcyon specifically is poly, and I think Astarion might be as well. Hold on, let me look. Should I look it up? No, I'm not going to look it up. But I did hear that Halcyon's fine with it. Not that currently I'm particularly interested in Halcyon. He's a big buff druid boy, that's true. I don't know. I'm not fussed. Can't tell if his approval is stuck. You would fuck a bear, Sleepless. Human. Yeah, implied. Yes. Need that hydrate. That's what I need. I don't know, Ash. That's an interesting problem to have. Probably flow with Halcyon when I can. Nice. Nice. If Maetorin was buff, that's what Halcyon is. And, well, Maetorin is capable. But, more capable. Or is this the muscles? Yeah. No. I understand. Why do you think I'm interested in Karlak? Too good. Halcyon is wiser than our poor Mei Mei? Yeah. Yeah. Mei Mei is Walmart Halcyon. Oh, that's so rude. Hopefully it wasn't in the room to hear that. Wasn't playing Karlak, I'd go for always, but I cheated the system. That's true. Now you get to play as Karlak and romance everybody else. Smart. It's good thinking. Okay. So today, is my voice gonna hold out today? It seems to be breaking. The more I talk, the more it shatters into 1,000 pieces. What is going on? Coffee talk is it's a lot of talking. Maybe doing the recording yesterday knackered me out a bit. So a monk with her means you get to wear her sweet armor for as long as possible, just like Barbarian. Oh yeah, you're right. I did find what's my character currently using at the minute? There's some very cool monk clothes that you get from one of the Durigar in the Underdark, which is really cool. I like dyed it so many different colors. Big fan of it. Wrath stuff? I don't remember. It's been so long, to be honest. It's been too long. But maybe. I just know that the monk outfit has like medallions and like a really nice belt. I remember that much. Yeah, what's missing? Sleeveless. As my voice cracks again. Oh no. My poor voice. Have to get a screen of my girl at some point. Yeah. Send it to me. How far have I gotten in Baldur's Gate? I've done all of the Underdark. I didn't step through the lift into Act 2. Instead, I went through the Mountain Pass, which does not trigger Act 2, but instead gives you access to the Creche, the Githyanki Creche. So I am somewhere in the Creche. Usually prefer guys, but make some I see. Wasn't a piece of equipment, per se. In the traditional sense. Understood, Sleepless. I thought you were saying, like, oh, I can't have her in my party because, like, she's missing some important gear and she's not strong enough. I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. No, she doesn't have a dick. That's what was missing. Although, I don't know if you can add that on when you try to play as Karlach. Maybe you could. Might do the mountain stuff and see if that makes Astarion like me again. Or messing with cheats. Yeah. I mean, if you do the mountain pass pretty much at all, you will be exactly where I am. And it's fun. It's a very pretty area. Without mods, you can't change the starter characters? Damn. Oh well. Okay. Well, we can try with Coffee Talk, shall we? We can see how it goes. If my voice does not want to cooperate, then we may need to change game. Game by makes BG3 a real struggle through to date. Honestly, yeah. They're all just such good characters in their own ways. Why is my game progress still so low? I'm like over halfway, right? Or exactly halfway. Shadow Artist so into me and I'm not interested. I want to protect, not smash. That's fine. I'm sure you'll have the option to reject her at some point. And then maybe that stops. Okay. Extras? It's an extras. I'm gonna use my controller and lean back. I heart you're a great girl, but I don't like My Chemical Romance. Yeah, she would be into that. Used to be into My Chemical Romance. A long time ago. And now I'm into coffee and lo-fi music. Okay, the Evening Whispers. Curbing recent security breaches. Government to block data leakers' websites. LOL easy citizen data. Government stop. First workaholics treatment center to open in 2024. No phone, no laptop. Just rest. Wow. Sleepless, you could do with that. Beachgoers report silver algae blooming on Alki Beach, or Alki Beach. Something's missing from the drawer. Did I misplace it? Why do I have so many updates? Somehow I feel like it's going to be a long, long night. Don't even start? Oh no. It's been a bad day for Sleepless. Spiced Lady. Galaxy Mint Tea. Tajahi Rosella. Mel is going out, doing a Halloween party thing today. Going out with a friend. And she's dressing up as the vampire's victim. And her friend is the vampire. She looks very cute. Just send me images. Let me make a little voice message. Hold on. You look very cute, honey. Chat says hi. Have a nice time and stay safe, okay? Okay. Said you've seen screens of my car look bad. Okay. Hold on. I'm looking. No? That doesn't look right to me. No, that's not. That is not what I have. Although that might be what I have on my Karlach, because she's rocking a Barbarian Fury set. But it's not what I have on my Monk, interestingly. Looks great though. It's been a couple months by now. Yeah, you need a rest, bud. And no doubt there'll be a photo mode at some point in the near future. Even if it's just modded in. Georgie, born and raised in Seattle, still a lactose-intolerant cow. Riona, 18th of September was her birthday. Lua, she's a 10 but about to marry a freelancing elf. So she's a 100. Haha. Myrtle, do you think VR would really take off in the future? I personally can't use it for very long, but maybe that's just me. Hopefully it does. 'Cause that's what that company was for, I worked with yesterday. The VR videos. Aqua, having an ocean fish as a pet is so hard, especially living in a city such as Seattle. It feels nice to have someone depend on you, you know? Hey, same birthday as Turk, September 18th. Aw, happy birthday, Turk. That wasn't that long ago. Wish they actually had Rona sing? The VAs and thing? Yeah. Yeah. As far as I'm aware, there's no official VAs for this game. Which means I'm as good as it gets, everyone. God. I hate myself for saying that. Lucas, busy all day today. Don't forget to drink water. Very good point, Lucas. Thank you. Rachel, it's coming together. I can't believe it's going to be so good. Her new album. Riona, today's delivery cutoff time, 3 o'clock. No night shift. We also have the Evening Whispers. Did I read this? I must have done. Yes, I did. Read that last time. So I could read this little short story, 7th of July by the Magpie Bridge. and really test out my voice. See if it cracks at all or if it levels out. I'll take some water. It's again a bit warm. This made me think of arch nemesis singer. I don't think I know them. Alyssa White Gluz? Crazy Scale? Looks somewhat similar to, I mean, with a name like that, I can imagine. Incredible name. Okay. 7th of July, by the Magpie Bridge. She looked so pretty in her rented hemp-patterned yukata. It's such a shame that it was raining tonight. I wondered if the renting place would charge more if we were to return the clothing somewhat damp. Felt bad for insisting we dress. No, I read this. I've read that. I read that. I read that in the last VOD. I could read it again, but I don't want to. In fact, this all seems very familiar. Have I done this whole day before? What? Hold up. Load game. Hello, Stetsadon. I'm confused. We waited for Halloween stream intently. It's only a few days away. If anyone isn't doing anything this Halloween, Tuesday the 31st of October, we're doing a little story stream. I gotta get prepared for that. I'll have to do the preparations on Monday. Make sure it all goes smoothly. I don't know how long it'll be. A couple hours? I imagine 2, possibly 3 if we're in the middle of a long story. Somewhere in that range. Gotta look after yourself, you know. Did I pick the stories yet? Nope. I've got them written down. I've had a cursory glance at some of them. Don't ask me which ones, I've forgotten already. But I've not made any final decisions. But if you really want to push for some, it's Sleepless. I know you send me some of your personal favorites. I was gonna ask which, but I overestimated. You certainly did. Keep that bar as low to the ground as possible. So I feel like it's gonna be a long, long night, or not. Good evening. Hey, barista. Oh yeah, not too shabby, I hope. I can fast forward through this. So I've done this before. Everything is just fine. You sure? Positive. How about you, sir? How's work? Shift is over, so I'm free now. No, yeah, no, I've done this. I remember saying nice like that. What? Okay, well, at the very least, we can give Gala legally distinct Wolverine. Gala is yes. Yes. Entire side 13 one is pretty great, but a long one? Yes, I remember you saying there's a long one. What? Why do I now have everything unlocked? Oh no, this is all. I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm getting confused. STMJ. There it is. Milk, ginger, honey. Milk, ginger, honey. Brew. He's a good looking dude. Nope. Nope, that's not it. Trash it. I got an achievement. How have I messed this up? Milk, ginger, honey. Oh, I did cinnamon instead of ginger. Milk, ginger, honey. There it is. At least now we can give him this. Oh, I see. I dropped my key card here, huh? Thank you, barista. Nah, I have a spare. Because I already made a new one. It's always good to have an extra one at hand. The only downside is that it cost me $100. Now I'm wondering where I should keep this one. Maybe in my locker at work? I'd hate to lose it there. Yeah, let's hope it never comes to that. One nutritious drink from the archipelago. Coming up. Okay, now we can fast forward. Because we've done all this before. Instead of round-based, it's going to be more like extraction shooter. The new spin on zombies? Oh. Wild. Russian tea. We did make Russian tea. Tea, lemon, cinnamon. Do that. Tea, lemon, cinnamon. Brew. Google arch nemesis. Okay. Alright. Bear with me. Arch nemesis. Like singer, I guess. Oh, arch enemy. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, certainly. Both got bluish hair. Both slender. They've actually even got like a similar necklace thing going on. With like white shirts. Yeah. That's a good comparison. Russian tea for the lady Russian to deliver. Haha. I believe I didn't save that I'd done all this already. Well, we kind of did. But maybe we didn't go into the new day. I save you asking to check out their songs? I mean, I can. I won't necessarily do so on stream. I want them VOD to get muted or trouble. This was the day that we were finding out about the car accident. And then someone died and turned into a tree. But because they turned into a tree, there was no body, so the owner of the car, and therefore responsible of the accident, didn't really get any time for it. Wild. Brew. Didn't go so long. I thought she was singing duet. Ooh. I mean, impressive singing is always impressive. Have that thick cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot, spicy kick to it. I don't remember what we gave him. I think we maybe got it wrong. Spice Lady wasn't right. Ginger sounds right. So, actually, hold on. Maybe we do chocolate, ginger, then milk. See where that takes us. That looks foul. No, it's not that. Chocolate. Milk and then ginger? We'll try both combinations of it, but I think we tried chocolate milk ginger last time, and it didn't do anything for us. Oh. No? What? What did we just make? Chocolate milk ginger? Okay. Where did the churro come from? Yeah. That was definitely a churro, right? It's chocolate and milk ginger. True. And then suddenly there's a churro. Okay, you know, let's not question it. Serve. Here comes a cup of Spanish Sahara for you. Ah, so that's what it's called. That's what we call it here, at least. Very cool. Then bon appetit. I think this is it. Very tasty. Thanks, barista. So welcome. Okay, now it's back to the regular story. There is ginger in this drink. Warm and cozy, just like a day in Barcelona. I mean, to me, that looks like it's got no milk in it whatsoever. It looks dark. So it's just a hot chocolate that someone has put a churro into. Where does the ginger come in? It just doesn't look like it's got milk. Wild. Okay, fast forward. And they're going to talk about the crime that's happening around the area. His tires keep getting slashed. Mysteriously. Barcelona isn't the prettiest. I've never been. No, I've never been. I'll actually... Last time, well, one of the last times Mel and I talked, we were talking about my upcoming vacation to Switzerland. I'm going to be spending Christmas with Mel and her family, and I managed to book off 3 weeks from Christmas Day to like January 14th. That's a good drink. Which is going to be lovely. But Mel asked, should we go somewhere? Should we do something during that time? And I was like, okay, sure. What are your suggestions? And she said Milan is only a train ride away. And I was like, that sounds fancy. I've never been to Milan. I've been to Italy before. But never Milan. So, quite looking forward to that. God damn, that's nice. Yeah. I mean, I am a part-time voice actor, part-time just white-collar worker, and use up all of my favor to basically that time off. And my boss likes me, and I said to him, it's a deal breaker. I'm in a long-term relationship, or long-distance relationship. Every other year, she's going to be here, and then every other year I'm going to be there. So, either we make it work or I find a different job. So it's like, respect that. And this year in particular, I saved up 3 weeks of time so that I can go and have a nice long vacation away. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sleepless. Fuck them. I don't know if that helps or not. But maybe. Red flower tea with ginger and a touch of honey. Yes. Tea with ginger. No. Try that again. Gonna bring it here. Yeah, feeling quite hurt. I mean, that's understandable. You're a human being, possum creature with feelings. I'm sorry it happened. But hey, you'll be alright. Things will get better. I may skip through all of this. Don't think anyone else wants any other drinks. We've made 5 today. I will say, it's going to be weird being away from all video games and stream for, well, 3 weeks. Need to figure out something to do. Read a book, maybe. Blue pea is base, lot of mint, splash lemon. That's not too bad. Time to do a marathon before? That's true, actually. I could. My flight is at 7 a.m. on Christmas Day. Very romantic. So I could do a Christmas Eve into Christmas Day stream to keep me awake. And I'll probably leave my house at like 4 a.m. Take me an hour and a half to get there, hour and a half to get through any security and everything. Should be fine. So yeah, maybe we do a Christmas Day stream. That'd be fun. Oh, I suppose Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. I recommend 3 a.m. as an extra buffer for a yike. Yeah, that'd be a smart thing to do. Okay, so I can no longer fast forward. So we got to this point, and then did we crash? Did we like Alt F4 out instead of save? I'm confused. And yeah, it's weird to receive the news of his death from an attorney. Oh, well, it's not me. It's Sonic Boy. But yeah, you get it.
Knowing he passed away by himself. And how it took them a week to find out. Natural causes, by the way. So, I mean, how did he check out with absolutely no one knowing?
I don't know what they're talking about.
Where were my other siblings?
Oh, yeah. Talking about his dad?
What happened to his ladies? It's just so crazy to me. And I guess it just kind of haunted me.
Haunted how?
My life growing up was filled with disappointment over him, you know? I mean it in the best way possible. My disappointment actually drove me to work harder for my family. Just vilified him in my mind. Like shaking my mental fist at him. Gotta do so much better than you, sir, and all that. I see. But then I received the news that he left me the house. Like, I know he had no money. The house is probably one of the only assets he had left. So when he gave me the house in his will, all I could think about was what went through his mind exactly.
The fact that he had a will at all was probably already a surprise for you.
Yeah, exactly. What am I supposed to think of that? What am I supposed to think of him? It doesn't does it even matter anymore? When he's already long gone? Anyway, so my older brothers came back, right? They wanted me to sell the house and divide the earnings.
Wanting a nice slice of the inheritance pie, huh?
You didn't do that, right? Heck no. That's why I left for LA. So if they really want me to sell the house,
We've done this as well. I remember talking about his brothers wanting a slice of the pie. So fast forward. So there was only a little bit of that conversation that we missed, of him eating his dad. How strange. Maybe because we got all of the drinks right this time. If you're looking for a book, I'd recommend Siafa's Kane. If you like military boys and Warhammer. I'm not into either, I'm afraid. Not that I know that... here's the thing. I know that I would enjoy Warhammer. But I also know the financial commitment that being a fan of Warhammer takes. And I can't. Same with Magic the Gathering. Caiaphas, but yeah, okay, Caiaphas. Yeah, actually, no, you told me about that before. I do have loads of books waiting to be read. I'll be honest. A fan who don't have any models? Well done. You must be a rare breed, Sleepless. We made it to the next day. I don't think we've done anything on this day, so... Actual reading of this one. Lunar Cell panel prototype ready for first test. Ooh. Lunar panel. Newcomer progressive elven metal band Avathor tops US music chart. World Golem Culture Center grand opening to be held in Bhutan. You got some new friends? No? Lucas, last night was wild. Ever had a night like that? I'm taking an easy day because self-care is important. Don't forget to take a good rest once in a while too, everyone. That's very cute. And also, sound advice. Normal schedule. Thank you, Rihanna. Lucas, dinner with my team. Huh. How do you get the hat on? It's not an insensitive thing to ask, but like, those horns are absolutely flush to the hat. Is it just like a really stretchy hat? Too many questions. Like it. It's like Warhammer and have no interest in the actual tabletop. And I've played some Warhammer games. Sort of. Vermintide. Use Game Pass. Darktide got much better and has crossplay now. I do have Game Pass. I haven't played Darktide in a very long time. I had to free up space, as I have currently got downloaded quite a few large games. I should delete some of them though. Looks stretchy. Yeah, possibly. But those horns are really far apart. Let's see. If you ever feel like I can recommend books, things, I'm alright for now. Thank you though, Sleepless. Too many things. Too many things. All the ingredients are stocked up, and the weather's keeping quiet. Oh, the game. Yeah. I played as a head popper character. I thought that was okay. Thought that was fine. It's like a good night to listen to some stories. Lay down, get some rest, Sleepless, if you can. The werewolf and the vampire together. Hello. Good evening, Mr. Hyde. Mr. Gala. Nice to see you two. How did it go at the hospital today? Well, it was fine, except I was a little exhausted. Goodness, are you having issues with the children again? No, that's not it. It's just, well, for starters, my Fury is giving me a hard time. Your Fury? Is it the full moon already? No. I sometimes get pre-Fury symptoms. Pre-Fury symptoms? Yeah, it's a common thing for werewolves. A few days before the full moon, our bodies start to prepare for Fury. And that changes the way they react to pretty much everything. Symptoms vary depending on who you ask, but it can affect our muscles, our appetite, our energy levels. It can give us headaches and a lot of other stuff. Small, but annoying. That doesn't sound pleasant. No, to be honest, it's not great. For me, I've been feeling pretty sore and more tired than usual. A bit crankier as well. Is there a drink that could help you with that? I never found one. If anyone came up with, but if anyone could come up with it, it's you, barista. Since a gala hat can soothe your fury, maybe it would work pre-fury as well. Maybe. I think it needs to be more relaxing. A gala hat with no caffeine. Maybe blue? Oh, we know how to make a gala hat. Pink. Tea milk ginger? So blue pea milk ginger? Now you are a werewolf. Ah, look at that gala tea. Beautiful. I don't think we have any items. Nope. Here you go, Gala. Here you go. A gala tea for you. You come up with these names on the spot, barista. A hat? No. Takes a bit of soul searching to tailor it to the situation and so on. That almost makes it sound like you know in advance what we're going to order. Done. And we became good friends. Gala. A veteran, now working in a hospital. You knew that. And the Gala tea. A silky but spicy beverage that soothes furious emotions and brings dormant joys back to life. We have been called out.
Adieu, until we meet again, my friends.
Oh, bye, Gak. Nice having you. Thanks for redeeming Eggman. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. No idea what that button did, to be honest. It just looked funny. It summons the most genius villain in all of history. Dr. Robotnik, of course. Call it a sixth sense. Cool, lol. Sorry to interrupt that. No, don't worry. It's fine. Still, hope you're having a nice day. Right. Let's see how your sixth sense tastes. Wow, this is excellent. Exactly what I needed. Very happy to hear that. Robotnik means worker in Polish, so he's the hero of the proletariat. Wonderful. I had no idea. That's fantastic. I love it. What's with the long looks, you two? Did something happen? Actually, barista. Guess I'll just come out with it. I need your help. My help? Come on, it wasn't that bad. No? I was so tired today I nearly fell asleep on the job. Duh. But most importantly, it's not good for you. Moping around, sulking, refusing to look at solutions. I never seen you like this, and I'm getting worried. There's nothing to worry about. You say that, but then you spend entire nights looking miserable. No advice I can come up with is good enough. I'm barely keeping it together as is. You should know by now how I feel when a fury's about to hit. I take it you two ended up chatting yesterday after all. You bet we did. After I walked out of here, I headed home and found this one, lying on the sofa, staring at the ceiling. Looking so gloomy it sucked the color out of the room. It's not the first time either. It's a constant these days. This helped me help him, barista. I'm at my wit's end. Mr. Hyde. Ugh, fine.
The truth is, I'm bored to death. Or I would be, if it wasn't for the whole immortality thing. I'm nearing 40 years old, and I've never been this bored in my entire life. Interesting. You usually make it sound like you're much older. 40 years old in vampire years. I'm not saying how old that is in other species' years.
Eyes on the prize, barista. Intervention first, gossip later.
My apologies. Why are you so bored, Mr. Hyde?
My job.
What was that?
My job. Hey, no need to shout.
Well, I'm almost irritated about it, okay? I'm not exactly used to sitting around twiddling my thumbs. But modeling stopped being fun ages ago.
You did mention something like that last time. You are trying to leave modeling behind then.
Yeah. Is there a specific reason for that? It's all just so brief. Back when I started modeling, people thought of fashion in a different way. They wanted to keep their outfits for a while, so they had to be elegant, well-made, and versatile. So campaigns that I featured in stayed on billboards for months. And I knew the clothes would last decades. In a way, it felt like I was building a bond with the wearers. I endorsed something that would feature in their cherished memories. But then social media came, and it all became disposable. Clothes themselves, of course, but the models, even more. I shoot the campaign. The brand posts it online, and it gets attention for what, 10 minutes? Then another campaign comes in, and everything's forgotten. What? Raid? Huh? I'm Ina. Butternut. Hello. Welcome in. Doesn't look like the raid's gone through. What is happening? No notification? Twitch didn't tell me or anything? Hi, everybody. Let me do a preemptive shout-out, shall I? Let me guess, doing some art. Yes, you were. How are you doing? You well? Twitch is having a moment? It seems like it. Certainly does. Hi. Well, thank you so much for the raid. Whatever Twitch is doing at the minute. I really appreciate it. If anyone doesn't know who I am, Butternut. Hi, nice to meet you. My name's Bats, or Batsy. I usually do relatively chill indie games and the like.
Sometimes read stories, that kind of thing. Listen to a lot of lo-fi music. Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing right now.
Loyal devotee.
Thank you very much for the follow, Butternut. That's very kind of you. A sec ago, my follow channels were crashed. Oh no. Oh dear. Seems like Twitch is having real issues there. Aino and I got to know each other through one of my very best friends, Vulprak. Vulprak commissioned Ina to do an eye commission. Then I saw it when it was done, and I was like, oh my word. Oh, speaking of which, we don't have Barista up. How did I not notice? Hold on. We gotta have our bartender up and running. Or I guess, barista. There he is. Book's out. This is fine, I think, for now. So I also got some eyes done for myself as well. How did I forget? Ridiculous. So if anyone's looking for some art, I believe you've recently recovered from your wrist injury, right? So commissions are now open again. Please do check out. And Ina. I keep saying Ina, it's Ina. I don't know, has Volprak messaged you at all recently, by the way? Steam is having a Halloween sale. It is. I picked up Spider-Man Remastered. The one that came out a few years ago. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. It's really good. Been having a good time. You usually have a bit of a hard time with my name. I know! I'm just struggling today. Struggling. Like, I know how to pronounce your name, but for some reason I read it and it's like, comes out wrong. Ina. Yes, she has. Well, that's good. Lovely. She's not messaged me at all about that. But, I mean, she has, but she didn't let me know that she let you know. So that's very exciting. If anyone that came in on the raid, or anyone that was actually hanging out here already, needed to, please do go and get some rest, grab some water, or some food, whatever you need, and then I have the details, but I know they are coming eventually. Oh, I think... Alright, in that case, I think we are possibly about ready. I will message Volprak and confirm. That's going to be exciting. But yeah, if you need to rest, go to bed or something, please do so. Put yourselves first. But if you want to come and hang out after getting some food or some water, you know where I'll be. Alright, so back to Poppy Talk. This is a game where you play as a barista, and you have the lovely citizens of Seattle, or I suppose like fantasy citizens of Seattle, come to your cafe and chat. And that's it. That's the whole game. And Hyde here is having a pretty bad time. Blink, and it's gone. Tapped out of the game. There's no bond to be built there. Isn't that changing these days, though? With slow fashion and the like. That's true. And people are getting into vintage clothes, too. I salute that. But the reality of my job remains the same. What about you fans? You have so many people following you. You mentioned that last night, and my answer hasn't changed. They follow me because they think I'm pretty. But being admired is nice, but it doesn't constitute a bond. So are you saying that you'd like to leave more of a mark? Maybe so. It would be nice if I did something that people remembered, that became a part of their lives and in a real way. You do know you have people in your life in a real way, right? People who always remember you. That's not the same thing. Maybe you should study to become a doctor or something. That would make a real difference. No, thank you. The job still needs to be fun. Studying for 10 years just to exhaust myself in 14-hour shifts? Did you mistake me for a hard-working vampire? The eye roll. You see what I'm dealing with, barista? It does seem to be a thorny issue. Perhaps you'd like to mull it over with a drink in hand, Mr. Hyde. Dear, that sounds good. Why don't you give hibiscus another shot, barista? I'll give you a hint. Make it very, very spicy hibiscus. Very, very spicy hibiscus. We stand flawless voice acting? There's none of that here. My Hyde voice is so rusty for some reason. Keeps slipping in and out. Gala's easy enough. He's like a southern boy. Hibiscus double ginger? Alright, let's give it a go. See what it makes. You soon need to get to it already? I think they will. Oh. Zobo. And it's named. Give it a go. The perfect drink to quench immortal thirsts, bloodish red. Well done, sweethearts. Achievement. What is that? Hibiscus ginger. A traditional Nigerian drink with an invigorating ginger kick supported by cloves and pineapple. Ooh. I think that got our relationship up with Hyde as well. Vegan vampire, professional model. Part of Lost Angels Agency, old enough yet still seeking the truth and purpose of life. And here's one Zobo for you. Let's see. You do know me well, barista. Ah, so I take it this works for you. This is a perfectly executed Zobo, if I ever tasted one. Glad to see you've made good use of your ginger resupply. So you knew I couldn't get it right that time. Heh. Forgive an old man his old man jokes. I see you've had your fun, but you still lost your bet, huh? What? I was wallowing in self-pity yesterday. I told him many people cared about him. Bet you could definitely figure out the one hibiscus drink he likes. So now I get to say that I was right. And Hyde gets to buy me dinner. At a place of my choosing. Ugh. You're going to pick that horrible steakhouse again, aren't you? You know it. Have you won other bets in the past, Mr. Gala? Let's see. You said Hyde. He's won every single one of the bets we've ever made. Wow. Yeah, I'm this close to being able to buy a new TV with the money I'm saving on food. Just rub it in my face, why don't you? Ah, hi everyone. Hey, Lua. Hi, Lua. Busy night, I see. Hi, Miss Lua. Busy and lively, just the way we like it. Voice them so good. Oh my god. Oh, thank you, Ina. Man, did Mr. Not Logan fucking kiss the window with his knuckles? Oh, I believe he has a cat who's not particularly friendly. Hold on. I think it's in his profile picture. There it is. The cat's actually come into the cafe a couple of times. I don't remember if they've been given a name, but it could be also something to do with transforming into a werewolf. Every now and then, might leave scars and things. That's good. I'm really glad you're here, Hyde. I wanted to apologize for the other night. I was so excited to see you, especially since it had been a while. We ended up fighting with Bailey's instead. You must be getting bored of our arguments. It's alright. They're kind of fun to watch. Fucking Hyde. I love Hyde and Gala. They are my favorite duo by far. Hey guys, up. Okay, Lucas, you're drunk. Go home. How are things with you too, by the way?
Just let me order before I answer. That's alright, Barista.
Of course. What would you like?
I spent the whole day talking in meetings and presentations, so I have a bit of a sore throat. Is there anything you'd recommend for that?
Definitely something with lemon and honey.
Sounds great. I'd love a lemon and honey drink then, please.
Probably tea, right? It's gotta be tea. Although we have like 4 different types of tea, so... Tea with lemon and honey. Use milk as a main? Oh, that's a really good idea. Milk, lemon, honey? Give it a try. Okay, that's nothing, but we could try it the other way around. Milk, honey, lemon. Lemony snippet. I mean, it's a named drink with lemon and honey. Looks good, yeah. Looks like it's got like a little honeycomb floating in it as well. It's also a reference to a series of unfortunate events, I believe. It's worth a try, I think. Although I sort of want to give the tea combinations a go. No, let's just go with this. Let's go with this. Here you go. Some honey to soothe, some lemon to boost recovery.
Thanks, Dr. Barista. Ah, this is truly lovely. Just what I needed.
That's great to hear. Looks like it was the right one. Good call, Sleepless.
The company's trying to get a big contract. So I've been organizing meetings with everyone, making sure it's all going according to plan.
That sounds pretty tough.
Yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities and decision making. Part of me thinks, or rather, and part of me likes that, but part of me feels the pressure of it. So it's nice to be able to unwind with a warm cup. Anyhow, to answer your earlier question, Gala, you've probably gathered that Bai and I have been fighting.
Yeah, and Hyde told me a little bit about it too.
Right. Well, we haven't discussed the wedding for the past couple of days. And honestly, it's done me a lot of good. Thing is, Bai means well. He suggests all these things that he thinks I'd like. And I should like them. He's paying attention, not just sending random ideas.
Should be grateful that he's trying to please me. But I get annoyed instead. And I start feeling guilty that I'm annoyed. Which makes me even more annoyed. It's not great, I know. Yeah. It'd be easier if we always acted rationally. We only got annoyed at the right people for the right reasons. But things aren't that simple, are they? That's true. Although I guess if you figured out what actually annoys you, it would help. That's the problem. I'm not sure. At first, I thought I was tired or worried. The decision-making at my job is taking a toll for sure. It's a bit hard for me to also deal with organizing things in my personal life. Also, the financial side of it is hard to navigate. I don't want Bai to spend too much money, but he's right that involving my family comes with strings attached. I'm not sure how to avoid that, though. I'm realizing that might not even be the main issue. The more he sends me links to venues and caterers, the more it all feels wrong to me. I don't mean the wedding itself. I want to get married to Bai. But the way we're planning it? I don't know. I've been to my friends' weddings before. I've also been browsing the most popular wedding pictures online. They're always these big parties, very put together, very classy. They have their whole families over, their friends and colleagues. They rent these beautiful barns, and they hire live bands. They wear designer dresses and bespoke suits. I used to look at that and think, this is great. This is what I want. But now it all just feels more and more off to me. Why don't you tell your fiancé that? What if he thinks I'm getting cold feet? Or that I'm questioning his ability to help with the budget? That's up to you how to communicate it, isn't it? Right, but it's still a difficult topic. We've been through so much, you all know that. This is supposed to be our special day, a way to celebrate our partnership. I wants to honor that. He'll feel awful if he thinks I don't. Or if he thinks I don't trust him. I swear, you and your elf are well matched. They will always worry so much about what others think, instead of working out their own wants and needs. You do realize that's the important bit, right? I mean, generally, yes. I get that. But how does it apply here? What do you think it means to honor your partnership? To celebrate it properly, for starters? Right. And who are you in that partnership with? I believe you've met him. The blonde guy with the puppy eyes. Right. I'm glad you remember that. Because you were making it sound like you were in a relationship with your friends who got married. And the strangers who put wedding pictures online. This is your relationship you're celebrating. Why are you so concerned with other people's weddings? Your special day needs to make sense to the two of you. Have it in the trainers at a fast food joint, if that's what you like. That way you can also take the budget out of the equation. A simple wedding won't feel shabby if you make it feel properly yours. I still want a pretty outfit and decent food. Thank goodness. But, point well taken. It's just, my family might have certain expectations. Did they openly say that? No? Then maybe they do. Or maybe you just think they do. The one way to find out is to talk to them. Besides, isn't Bailey's also about to become your family? You sure are the only family he's got. I'm not saying to disinvite everyone or to fight with them or anything. But you shouldn't put their needs above your own.
Really shouldn't, should I? You've given me food for thought. Thanks, Hyde.
My pleasure. Amazing how you perk up when you give people advice, huh? Maybe you should become a therapist. Maybe you should become a therapist. Gala and I were connected. Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. I did say I might become a couple's counselor, but I agree with what you all implied. I don't think I'm quite tactful enough for that.
Are you looking to change careers, Hyde?
He's bored of modeling. Finds it too impermanent. Wants to leave a mark. Wants to have fun. Just a very quick summary.
Oh, I see. Well, is there any way you could make modeling fun again?
I don't think so. Last time I had proper fun was maybe 20 years ago.
What happened then?
I was modeling a capsule collection for a young designer, and she wanted to take her own pictures. She got a studio, lugged the outfits there, found someone to do the makeup. Then she whipped out a old film camera, a proper relic. They hadn't seen one like that since the 60s.
My granddad has an old black and silver camera with 2 lenses. Was it something like that?
Yep, exactly like that. She said she preferred it because of the way it captured the light. And also because it was a slower experience. Something that would allow us to connect more. At first, I didn't think much of it. I started doing the usual, posing, switching, posing some more. But something felt different. Then I realized what it was. Most of the time, we were just talking. She only took a picture once in a few minutes, if that.
Is that unusual?
Yep. Most fashion photographers take dozens of pictures in a row. I felt a bit sorry for her, to be honest. I thought she didn't know what she was doing, and that she was wasting her money. But we had a great time, and we got kind of friendly, I guess. Because at the end of it, she let me use up the remaining exposures. I pulled around, shot some random stuff, and one portrait of her. Then she suggested I come with her to her darkroom. Watch how she developed the pictures, and how they come out. She did always have a fondness for dark places. It comes with the territory. But as for the pictures, well, they were gorgeous. First of all, I looked really like me, you know? A me I could recognize. That's not even what struck me with me the most. There's the care she put into processing each frame, working each picture through the chemical baths, hanging them, drying them. It was like watching a magic ritual. And her portrait, when she saw it, she got a bit emotional. She said she was used to being on the other side of the camera, and it was the first time she really liked the portrait someone took of her. That's sweet. I am in a weird place these days. It's not like me to tell these kinds of tales, or to launch into soppy monologues, really. Just forget it.
No, I think it's a beautiful story. It gives me an idea, I think, of another career for you.
They shall, Lua. You'll be doing both of us a solid. Go on then.
Well, maybe it's because I've looked at so many of them recently. But apparently, film is making a big comeback for wedding pictures. It's what you said. It captures the light beautifully. And it's a more personal, slower approach. Maybe you could try that.
Who, me? No, the other vampire who's looking for a new line of work. I think you've got the wrong guy here, Lua. I know I'm disgustingly sentimental these days, but I'm not that far gone. Attending one wedding gives me cavities, let alone several per month.
Well, forget about it then.
No, don't forget about it at all. It'll be perfect for you. Come on, huh? I know you like to play strong and sarcastic, but you are sentimental. And you love to chat people up. You'd solve all the bridesmaids' drama and offend the parents. But most importantly, you do something for these people that they'll never forget. Look at your pics their whole lives. If that's not leaving a mark, I don't know what is. You're assuming they won't get divorced. I don't know if this is the right topic for Miss Lua.
It's right. I know some marriages end in divorce, but that doesn't change anything, does it? Whether a marriage lasts for a few months or several decades, the wedding is still an unforgettable moment in someone's life.
That career in the Mafia is really looking up. You're hopeless. I'm falling asleep on my chair now, so I'm gonna head back. Do whatever you want, you thick-skulled vampire. Just don't stay out too late, okay?
Yeah, alright. That's my cue as well. I have some thinking to do. And maybe some talking. Thanks again, Hyde. And good luck. I hope your next adventure is a good one.
It will be. Good night, Lua. Good night, barista.
See you later.
Good night, you two. Here we go again. Last one sitting. Indeed. Proper night owls. A vampire and a bat. I suppose we're the nocturnal ones. You didn't say anything about that wedding photographer idea. It's ridiculous, right? It's not for me to say, but I wouldn't call it ridiculous. Sounds like you enjoyed the whole film photography experience. And you do like being around people, don't you? I do. Sometimes. But I'm not a romantic. People get married, they think they're taking a first step into forever. Well, there's no such thing as forever. Everyone ends up disappointed in some way. And then, next thing you know... I don't want to sound too depressing. So, you don't believe in love? Of course I do, but only in a certain kind. You can choose to keep supporting someone, to enjoy their company. You can do that for years, with friends, family, lovers. But at the end of the day, you're still you, a separate person. And they are still them. There's no two souls becoming one. Not really. I know. The one time I tried, it really didn't work out. Do you regret trying? No, I guess I don't. It confirmed for me that marriage and the like, it's never going to be my thing. And there's freedom in knowing that about myself. It's given me space to build other relationships that work much better. But at the same time, when I see people who truly believe it, people who walk into it willing to share their lives so closely, even if for most of them it won't pan out, there is something beautiful there. Like watching a butterfly fly too close to a flame, or a flower bloom like it will never wilt. Well, in my case, I singed off my wings, but I'm still here. And on that day, that minute when I said we'd be together forever and meant it, I sure felt alive. If you know all that, then you must also know that it's something worth celebrating. And something worth helping other people celebrate. You're a tricksy one, Baterista. And I'm too tired to fight your logic, which means it's time for me to head back. Of course, Mr. Hyde. And I meant to say, I appreciate our one-to-one chats. I hope we can keep providing you with a comfortable space here. Oh, it's plenty comfortable for sure. Besides, well, it all boils down to this, doesn't it? The way time passes for me is very different from anyone else I know. Thank goodness, Gara is from a long-living species. But even then, he'll grow old before I do, eventually. The world will change 100 times. Technologies will die out. New technologies will come. I will feel again the way I feel now, in a century, maybe two. And Lua and Gala won't be around to give me advice. The world won't wait for me. But you will. Am I right, Baterista? He's sussed us out. That is very perceptive of you, Mr. Hyde. You've grown to know me quite well. It's only fair that I know you a little in return. I suppose that's true. So anyway, I'm looking forward to all that. To continuing our story. It's nice to know that no matter how much time passes, there's always going to be someone here rooting for me. Thank you for your trust, Mr. Hyde. Make sure it's not misplaced. I know you will. And on that note, I guess I'm going to go browse for some film cameras. What's the worst that can happen? Indeed. Take care of yourself, friend. And you as well. World won't wait for you, Mr. Hyde. Some of us will. Thursday, September 28th, 2023. Evening whispers. New image recognition tech confuses gnomes with dwarves. A review. Robots asked to give ultimate advice. Elven burnout is real. Here's how to avoid it. That's pretty good. I enjoyed that day very much. Gala and Hyde are two of my very favorite characters in this game. Lou is pretty good. I'd put her... Where would I put her? Put her above Bailey's. That's for sure. Like top 5 maybe. I think Gala's number 1. Or Hyde's number 1. Either way, the other one's number 2. I really like Myrtle. She might be 3rd. And then... yeah. Then Lua, 4th. Georgie, 5th. Or maybe switch those 2 around. And then I don't know about the rest. Don't talk to them enough. But that's interesting. So we, turns out, are some kind of immortal being. Fortunate tale in a cup. Rachel, a girl always has her secrets. Yep. Lucas, top of the morning to y'all. Hungover but feeling awesome? Spent almost 2 hours checking on the mobile games in the App Store. The amount of copycat games is just staggering. Rihanna, no delivery today. Will resume tomorrow. She may come into the store then. Good evening. Ah, Georgie. Officer, welcome. Hey, barista. How are you doing? Officer? Oh. Hey, sorry. My mind is kind of elsewhere right now. No worries. Work issues? What else? I'm all ears if you want to chat. Oh, actually, hold on. We now have 2 stories to read. I'll read them last, actually. Just before we end the stream. That's what I'll do. It's a bedtime story. Yeah, you're a pal. I mean, a real bind, barista. What happened? Well, never-ending workplace issues aside, things are getting weirder by the minute, and I'm feeling out of my depth. Are you talking about your recent patrols? Yeah. I've been analyzing the CCTV footage the last couple of days. Oh, I see. How did that go? Did the cameras manage to capture anything? Yes and no. The infrareds caught a couple of blurry things. They ran off, turned the corner, and disappeared. Could have been anything like rats or cats. Neither fits with what I heard on the scene. The footsteps, you know, the laughter. Yeah. Come to think of it, sounded more like giggles. Giggles? Can werebeasts giggle? Not that size, no. Even if they could, doesn't explain the footsteps, really. I see. So what's next? Lucas, spam in my timeline. Do you know why the satyrs from France are more musical than the ones from America? Because they have French horns. Okay, Nige. So what's next? So many ideas, but they're just wild theories at this point. Sure, I'm stumped. You know, barista, been racking my brain ever since Miss Riona dropped that bomb about the fairies, you see. What about them? As it turns out, fairies was an umbrella term for many types of beings. Anything that didn't fit the known physical rules at the time was to be referred to as such. Oh. Does that mean banshees were part of the fairy folk? Probably. Not anymore, though. It's an ongoing process, but the list is getting shorter. But back then, any sentient being that was even remotely incomprehensible was considered that. And that includes apparitions. Apparitions? Yes. Apparitions like ghosts. 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 See? What do you mean, I see? Doesn't it sound like a bad joke to you? Not sure I follow. Come on. Ghosts don't exist. Do they? As if they do. All I can think about is that damn tree now. Ah, right, the tree. Does that mean it's haunted? It could be. Ah. Don't get how you can be so calm about this. Huh? Well, why wouldn't I be? I mean, there have been all sorts of customers here. Some of them are so out of this world, even. Sometimes literally. Yeah, you're right. Fucking tree is haunted, get in. I guess you're not the one who's been weird, or who's being weird here. Let's say that. Everyone has their own what? Peccadillos? I have never seen that word in my life. True that. Don't mind telling me though. May I ask the reason you're so afraid of ghosts? Gosh, no. That's a long story. Not something I'm ready to talk about anyway. It's understandable. All you need to know is my fear was never caused by actual ghosts. Suggestion is a very powerful thing, Barista. It's all I'm willing to share for now. Okay, well, thanks for sharing. You know, it's funny. Grandpa was very into this stuff. So is my daughter. Like my opposites, very curious and fascinated by the unknown. Not that I'm not, mind you. Just with my time as a cop and all, unknown variables usually mean trouble. See, that makes sense. They're the kind of people who could see things from nothing. But I mean that in the best way possible. Like, you know, the Zen rock garden thing from Japan. They understand the Zen-ness of it. I don't. That doesn't stop me from thinking it's chill, you know? I think you almost got it. Yeah? I'm sure he and my daughter could talk about it for hours. Too bad he passed away before she was born. Sorry to hear that. Don't be. On that note, Barista, you see my lighter, right? I'd say I'm pretty well acquainted with it now, yes. My bad. That thing was originally my grandpa's. He brought it sometime after the war ended. It was to commemorate the upcoming new era, he said. More ways than one. He got honorably discharged due to a severe leg injury he'd never be able to recover from. At the time, he was living right across the street from the former town hall. For obvious reasons, he couldn't walk far. So it was a good location for him, with all the veteran support nearby and all. Now, about that street. You see, my grandpa liked to chat. Never liked being alone, that guy. Plus, he pretty much hated his bleak room. So sometimes, he'd go and hang out with the street vendors in front of his place. There were all kinds of beings there, along with their pets from all walks of life. That's why he had a lot of stories about the craziest things. Ah, I see. You see, the street's name just came to my mind last night. Can you take a guess what it is? You mean... On Street? Wasn't called that before. That's why the whole thing didn't click for me straight away. You mentioned this world reminds me of Shadowrun? Yes. Yeah, it might have been a week or two ago. I agreed with you. It's very Shadowrun-y, but like less futuristic, more modern. It's lovely. I'd love to live in this world, but they do still have their problems. Need to hydrate. Yes. Less cyberpunk dystopia, more modern dystopia. Which I think, I'm going to go out and say an unpopular opinion. I think the modern dystopia is probably better than the cyberpunk dystopia. Remind me while I have a couple of M&Ms. Yeah, I like Georgie. I like doing his voice. It's fun. Oop. But I went through his files and it checks out. Does that mean the vendors he was talking about? Bingo. You know what? You bought the lighter there. Wow, what a coincidence. Are you sure it's only a coincidence? What do you mean? Come on. Ain't no way they're just coincidences, Barista. Everything is lining up too perfectly, if you ask me. Thing about what's happened so far. It was my team that found out about the vandalism before they dumped the whole case on me. Then my car was hit, out of everyone's. Then my luck started tanking. The broken mug, the fan, the black cat. Just tons of weird stuff happening in the past week alone, you see. Right. Then one thing led to another. My team was chosen to lead the investigation. And tell me, who's in charge of the case? Me. Then there's the Banshee lady, your patron, with some information I wouldn't have thought of. Dead tree stuff, the fairy market. Information I wouldn't even have remembered on my own. Right. Now, we know why I kept losing my lighter, right? How are they not connected? Tell me.
Tales of our endeavors proliferate.
Been raided. It seems the Twitch raiding thing is fixed, sort of. Silver Alien. Hello. Nice to meet you. What were you up to? How have you managed to find your way to this small part of the internet? Monster Hunter World. I've played that game. Played a lot of that game. Well, I hope you had a lovely stream. You're more than welcome to stay whilst we play Coffee Talk. But make sure you get some rest in yourself. Hey, friend, no worries. Make sure to look after yourself as well, though. Water, food, sleep, whatever you need. Alright, let's continue. Well, if you list them all in order like that. I'm telling you, Barista, that place is calling for me. The case is made for me. You really picked the wrong guy. I'm just real bad at dealing with spooks. They make me question everything I've ever known, you know. But I've always thought you're pretty good at handling ambiguity, officer. Not when it comes to supernatural stuff. Because we don't know enough about what's real and what's not. What will they do? Will they hurt us? Will they bring bad luck? Good luck? What's the truth? Who knows? It's just scared, Scott. Maybe you should take a day off and catch up on your sleep. What's that? Nothing. You know, another patron of mine suggested a documentary to watch. Yeah? The focus was on interesting drinks from around the world. You could find everything from the mundane to the extreme. From local comforts to really special stuff. And I kept thinking one particular drink might interest you. Or something like a protection drink. It's made of coffee, honey, lemon, and a slew of other ingredients.
Protection from what, though?
From evil spirits and bad luck, I think. Maybe it will help ease your mind a bit.
Ah, gotcha. But barista, even if the whole situation is haunted, there shouldn't be any evil spirits.
I wouldn't know, but I might need your lighter.
What for?
The drink needs to be lit up. I just think your lighter might give it that extra magic boost it needs. Compared to just using a regular flame, I mean.
Yeah. What are you gonna make me anyway? Nah, I trust you.
Yeah. Officer Georgie's lighter. Exudes an interesting feel. Need a very soft possum to lay on my face. Protection from DM is my favorite level 1 spell. I've never... Here's the thing. Baldur's Gate, right? There's protection from evil and good. I've never used it in D&D. And I've not used it in Baldur's Gate. Does it have like an actual use? Other than like combat mechanics, I guess? See, I find the scrolls everywhere. In D&D it's busted AF? Really? In Baldur's Gate it's okay. Ah, I suppose it depends on what kind of enemies you go up against, right?
Okay, that may be this magical drink you've learned, barista.
Okay, so it's coffee, honey and lemon, I believe. Coffee. Coffee, honey, milk. It's got to be this one. That looks fiery. Wow. That looks so cool. What is the Himada? Basically drop it on a tank in a tight corridor and then just poke over the tank with spells. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Situational though, right? Gotta have the tank and you gotta have the corridor. And then you'll be right. But I suppose in Baldur's Gate it's a lot of open spaces.
Oh wow. The drink does light up, huh?
Yep, this is special just for you. So don't tell anybody.
Roger that. Here you go.
Or rather, here you go. Oof, careful.
Dang, barista. This is really something else. You sure it's okay to drink?
I have no idea. I'll take responsibility if anything happens.
Ah. Yeah. I'm just being silly, aren't I?
What is this drink? This spell-laden, alcohol-imbued Galician drink is known to ward off evil spirits. Just look at it. It looks wonderful. Cleric, fighter, barbarian, or paladin are all great frontline. That's very true. I'm off like 15 minutes, gonna organize a snack. Enjoy your snack, Sleepless. Have a wonderful time.
Sorry for bothering you with all this stuff, barista. You even made me this crazy drink to make me feel better.
Don't say that. I'm always happy to help however I can.
Thanks. At least with crooks, I can actually deal directly with them, you know. Not the case with apparitions.
Okay. Is this a new character? is. You the cat? What voice do we give this character? He looks pretty plain. Plain Jane. What other voices do I have up my sleeve? Not with that attitude. Huh? Hard-boiled advice achievement. Everything can be caught with a little elbow grease. Not actual elbow grease. I won't make that mistake again. McQueen, is that you? Hello, Williams. It's been a while. It is you. The surprises just keep coming this week. Let me go over there. You know each other? More or less. We were brunch buddies. Brunch buddies. Brunch buddies. I feel like I meant to say brunch buddies in that same serious tone. But I don't like to talk about it. I still get nightmares. I feel ya. I wasn't sure we were gonna make it out alive. I'm sorry, is McQueen just me, but with a coat on? It looks like it. Maybe that's like Detective Batsy. We were truly the lucky ones. Without a doubt. I'll just take both of your words for it. Good. Because I don't like to talk about it. So what brings you here, detective? He is a detective. Surely it's not the coffee. Secret police reasons. Okay, well, if he's a detective, maybe we should make his voice less villainous and more like noir-y, I guess. How do we do that? Not read the briefing yet. Enough about me. Tell me about your supernatural problems. Although that's like a reporter. It works, it's fine. Yeah? You need to bust a ghost? Oh. Well, busting might be a bit much. I was just talking to Barista about getting over my fear for that stuff. And ghosts. Something like that. I'm weak against ghostly looking stuff. I get freaked out easily. For example, I admit I got a little spooked by what happened on Bourne Street the other day. Ah, I remember that. Yeah. I know very well that unchecked fear leads to prejudice. That's why it's a no-no in my book. It even pains me to admit that out loud. Sometimes the toughest cases to crack is ourselves. Other times it's ghosts. How do you do it, detective? Your cases, man. I'd have probably lost all my hair by now if I were you. I try not to think about it all that much. And when I do think about it, I think who else will do it? Nobody, that's who. Yeah, this works. That works. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, let's get over the dead part. They're just like you and me. Look, I remember this one case. We were investigating a haunted apartment. This lady, her husband had recently passed away, but wasn't moving on, if you get my drift. Real dead meat. Couldn't take a hint. Anyway, we had to go in and exorcise the place, right? But the husband, he's called when he's retreated into the basement. I wouldn't get into the technicalities of it. It's harder to get a ghost out of a basement or an attic. It's all about angles, really. I mean, I get it. That used to be his home. All his stuff is still there. It's hard, I get that. I'm slowly going down the stairs to try and coax him out. Bam! Next minute, all this romantic music is playing, and the whole place is lit by a spotlight. Basic sensory illusions, classic ghost tricks. Then, before I know what hit me, I'm sitting at this pottery wheel, and he's behind me, and... Wait, no. That's the plot of Ghost. Isn't that the plot of the 1990 film Ghost? Yes, I know my references. Oh. Maybe? We had a movie night at work and I dozed off before it started. The story must have slipped into my subconscious. Riveting. Who is this now? The fuck? This dude is massive. Hey, detective. Hey, people I don't know. TLPD? What is TL? It's not Seattle. You're SPD, you're Seattle, what's TLPD? Did you get your important errand sorted? I sure did. Dooley, I can see a crumb stuck to your face. That's just the rain. It's very bready rain. There's filling all over your top. That's blood from a gunshot wound. It's healed up though. You're literally holding the receipt from the donut shop. That's why they pay you the big bucks, detective. I'm understanding this dynamic. So, what did I miss? We're talking about getting rid of Officer Williams' fear of ghosts. Hey. Ghosts? Yeah, you're afraid of them, right, Dooley? No idea. Never met one. We stopped a ghost ride. Ghost town, real. So you don't need to be scared of them. Easy. There you go, I guess. Sorry, that wasn't much help. Nah. What you said, that just like us. That's a good thing to be reminded of. Exactly. They used to be alive, just like us. As long as they don't try to eat, possess, violently murder you, you should be fine. Very reassuring. Just talk to them. Feel their culture, listen to their issues and spectral wails. Treat them like any other person. See what's on the inside. It should be easy since you can see through them. Thought you didn't believe in ghosts. It's best not to overthink anything he says. I certainly don't. Nah, well, thanks for the advice. I think it'll help. A pleasure. Now, Dooley, I think we should read that case briefing and find out why we're here. I already did. Oh. Turns out we were meant to arrest the person driving that taxi. Instead of taking it all the way to Seattle. Yeah. Why? The driver was a chupacabra. Okay. Let's get out of here, Dooley. Good luck, officer. Thanks, McQueen. Nope. Wrong voice. Thanks, McQueen. A lot. You too, Officer Dooley. Bye, guy. Good luck with your rap problem or whatever. Bye, coffee wizard. Take care. The fuck? I hope they don't come back. I don't want to do those voices again. They're so dumb. They did look like brothers. That was quite something. Well, what do you know, barista? Looks like my good luck is back. I'm feeling like $1 million now. I'm very glad you do. Thanks anyway, barista. I really did nothing much. Are you going to be okay? Okay, enough to start thinking about what to do next. I'm done here for the night. You have a good evening, alright? Please keep me updated, officer, and stay safe. Will do. Is that the whole day? Alright then. Maybe I'll go check the stock and... Oh. Hmm. Oh, good. Miss Riona, welcome.
Hello.
How's the traffic out there?
It's a mess. There's construction work taking place on Leonora Avenue.
I can imagine the gridlock already.
Fortunately, I have no deliveries to make today.
That's great. I'm happy you're here. So, anything I can make for you this evening?
I'd like something for my throat. I would appreciate a cup of tea infused with some lemon and a touch of honey.
Okay. Tea with lemon and honey? Midsummer's Night's Dream. That sounds beautiful. Let's do it. Cup of warm Midsummer Night's Dream for you, miss. That's what we call it here.
How whimsical.
We got friendship points, I think. Rihanna. Singer and Groover. An Uber driver. Seattle version. Midsummer Night's Dream. Sweet and memorable like summertime blues.
It's wonderful. Sweet, but well balanced with the lemon, and the slight bitterness of the tea completes the taste. Thank you.
You're so very welcome. By the way, you just missed Officer Georgie by a few seconds.
Is that so? How is he?
He's been thinking about what you said quite a bit, actually.
Huh?
He's currently dealing with plenty of clues he isn't used to. That's why he's hard at work at the moment.
I see.
Bad traffic aside, how are you?
I'm... To be honest, I've had a lot on my mind as of late. I don't know how to express it without sounding pathetic.
You know I'm all ears.
That may actually be part of the problem, I'm afraid.
Pardon?
You know, I've held conversations with more individuals over the past week than I have in the past few years.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
It's troubling.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I don't mean it necessarily in a negative way. It's just... I used to believe that I had a settled life objective. But I have been doubting it lately.
Come.
Finally heard back from Miss Rachel yesterday.
Any good news?
No. Our fields are admittedly quite different. I was not expecting much. However, she provided me with some contacts who may be of assistance. Even though they had no direct connection to the audience I'm trying to reach.
I see.
She explained clearly why she thinks I should contact them, however, which I am thankful for.
Fiona is so lucky. She is like an aspiring singer that wandered into a coffee shop, and she didn't just meet like one massive influencer star. She met two that both offered to like give her contacts and help her and listen to her stuff and give her the chance to, you know, make it big. She's so fucking lucky.
But she doesn't want it.
And I sort of respect that in a way. It's very thoughtful of her. So, what's the battle plan? And why are you doubting yourself?
In essence, the advice is to slowly increase my network, to make myself known.
Yep.
Oh? Sounds familiar, doesn't it? You can probably guess my concern about it.
I think so. But you could give me a refresher. Just so I don't misunderstand.
I feel like that would be a shortcut, so to speak. Right. She did, however, remind me of an important and humbling fact.
What would that be?
Well, oh, but it's not guaranteed you'll get anything out of it, don't you think? Unless you're really, really sure the so-called shortcut is 100% going to work. Because you'll have to do way, way more than just making a few calls and waiting for callbacks, you know?
True. I'd say that's a decent impression of her.
Thank you. After that, she told me a story about her early career experiences, both the good and the bad. Getting noticed is truly only the beginning. And it is either a matter of letting your talent speak for you, or you go out there to develop connections with the right people.
This is actually like really prevalent advice, not just for singers, but for many industries, including Twitch streamings and voice acting. It has all gone down this road. And all of these industries have developed in ways that, like, if you went and got voice acting classes, they wouldn't tell you like you should be collabing with people and all this like kind of online influencer social media stuff. They'll say go to acting classes and all that, but it's different now. I've kind of talked about it before, and I'm not going to do a good job of going into it again, but it is interesting seeing it played out in a video game. But yeah, you know what I mean.
It is either a matter of letting your talent speak for you. Yeah, I've read that one. Even then, there's still no guarantee of success. After listening to her explanation, I respect Miss Rachel's determination. I can certainly see how it worked out for her. Then I was left wondering whether Mr. Lucas meant something similar during our first meeting.
Right, I thought it all sounded familiar. Will you try her suggestion then?
I don't know.
Is it difficult?
No more difficult than sending reels to every audition I've come across. Then being rejected by every single one.
That is hard. That is rough. There's a statistic for voice actors that I tend to always go back to. Like, if you are a well-trained, not top 10 voice actor, you will maybe have success in 1 out of 100 auditions that you send. The ratio is absolutely wild. So you are trying to roll for that 1% each time you send out an audition. But even your top talent, your Matthew Mercers, your Troy Bakers, your Laura Baileys, they'll only get 1 in 10. So even if you're at the very top of your game, it's like not guaranteed you're ever going to find jobs. It's tough. Though, of course, if, you know, you've got a D&D show on the internet, that does a lot of heavy lifting for you too.
But for some reason I feel conflicted about it. Speaking of Mr. Lucas, he and I have also continued our correspondence. Although, perhaps it was more like a necessity.
Did something happen?
He was stuck.
Pardon?
Actually, he posted about it on social media last night.
Oh. I might have seen it.
Did you? I came across it when I was updating my schedule and responded out of concern. Then he called me almost immediately. He was loud.
All sounds in order?
And extremely drunk.
Oh, yeah. There were a few messages that I missed from the previous night, as the notifications kept updating, but I think I saw like the first 1 or 2 of him getting drunk.
Really? He denied it at first, but it was too obvious not to notice. He told me he was walking aimlessly, deep in thought,
and entered Kerry Park without realizing he had done so.
Must have been some deep thinking he was doing, because I think it rained pretty hard last night.
Hell, I wouldn't know. The bus to and from there is currently not operating after 10 p.m. Which is why I sent him a message informing him of that fact, as he seemed to be unaware of it.
Right.
So he called me to ask if there was any other mode of public transport nearby.
Wouldn't it have been easier for him to just call a cab?
He told me he wanted to know the city better.
At midnight?
Why not? After all, you operate your business after dark yourself.
Touché. Perhaps he just didn't want to go home yet. And I might be mistaken here, but I thought he doesn't like drinking.
Wasn't it partying? Nevertheless, I think last night was quite different.
Welcome back, Sleepless. Hope you got a nice snack.
It appears he had dinner with his team. He needed the extra courage in order to negotiate with them about his proposed new direction.
I see. I suppose it didn't go as expected.
Perhaps. I know that feeling all too well.
Yes.
However, he said he will keep negotiating until they reach a compromise.
That's good.
Is it though? Miss Rachel told me about the hoops she had to jump through at the beginning of her career with her teammates as well. Likewise, Mr. Lucas has to work hard to obtain approval from his team for his actions. Can they still be so positive?
What do you mean?
I cannot picture myself convincing others to give me a chance like that. I almost wanted to ask, why do we have to be at the mercy of others in order to succeed or fail? Can't talent speak for itself? But if I truly believe that, with the number of rejections I have received so far, I should have stopped a long time ago, shouldn't I?
Right. That's why it doesn't work that way.
What do you mean?
To let talent speak for itself, we'd all have to have the same standards.
I see what you mean. Art would cease to be art if it were standardized, wouldn't it? However, doesn't that imply that everything still depends on the whims of the individual judging you at that moment? How does someone like Miss Rachel or Mr. Lucas manage to be fine with that?
Perhaps because they don't see it as the be-all and end-all.
What do you mean?
Rather than viewing them as judges with the authority to determine their fates. Perhaps they simply see them as hills to either overcome or avoid, if that makes sense. Just a matter of perspective as to where the power lies.
But it's not easy to climb those hills, especially if you've never done it before.
Therefore, it's good to try and find out what works for you, or ask for guidance or assistance even.
Because one can't possibly know every single way to overcome obstacles, or be able to safely recognize warning signs.
Of our endeavors proliferate.
Another raid! That's the third one today. Although it's only the second one that worked today. Oh, Twitch. Hello, Feely. What are you doing? I don't have any mods in. No, Ash might be in, but I'll give you a shout out. Don't worry, Ash. I'll do your job. Oh, you got Darkness Within 2, the Dark Lineage. That's a lot of darkness. A Lovecraftian game. I think you were playing that a week or two ago when you raided me last as well. Hello, Wowzer. Hello, McGladster. Really. Hope you're having a wonderful time. We are, I think, closing on this second day of Coffee Talk. By second day, I mean second day today. And then we'll read a couple of short stories, and then I think I'm going to go to bed. Like, I'll work in the morning. I only do like a couple of days at a time on a Coffee Talk. I tried to get all the endings, so I am up late. Oh, you finished it. Well, then you certainly need to go to bed.
to work on a Saturday? Oh my god, yeah, but I only work 3 days a week. So, give and take. Trying to bring myself to play something more today, but I just can't. Hey, that's okay, Sleepless. Just chill out in bed, maybe have an early night, and just get some actual rest. I know that often evades you. But if anyone that came in on the raid needs to, please do go get some water or food or go to sleep. And if you are wanting to come back afterwards, you're more than welcome to do so. We will be here. But Feely, if you're up so late and you're tired, go to bed. Thank you for raiding us. You're awesome. It being idle, resting is not being idle. There is a difference there. Your body needs time to recover from all of the things that you do. Whether it be working long hours or studying for longer hours. Assuming the horizontal position and closing your eyes is good for your mind and your body. There's a difference to being idle. No need to feel guilty about it. Gonna get my post-raid ice cream and PJs, then bed soon. Okay, sounds like a deal. Or be able to safely recognize warning signs without first learning about them from others. Is that what you were trying to say? I see. Still. Miss Riona. Yes. Sorry, I got a bit lost in my thoughts. You're fine, I promise. But speaking of Mr. Lucas, what happened to him after the call? I picked him up and drove him home. Wow. But I thought you're located in Bellevue. I am. He still had unfinished business in the downtown area. Moreover, he suddenly began singing quite loudly nearing the end of our call, which led me to conclude that it would be best for me to go and fetch him. I see. How was his singing, in your opinion? It wasn't too bad. If not for the fact that he was screaming most of the lyrics, that is. His hoodie was soaked when I arrived, so he had to take it off before getting into my car. Thankfully, the water did not completely soak through to his shirt, so he remained relatively dry. However, I still had to lay down the seat covers as his fur got rather wet. Hope he didn't get sick then. Riona, you're cute. I should go now. Alright. Will you be okay? I have a lot to think about. Thank you for being patient with my concerns, Batrista. No problem at all. Anytime. Have a good evening then, Batrista. Back again soon. Topless satyr hours? Mostly topless satyr hours. Sugar and spice and everything nice. Make the perfect little girls. But then the professor added chemical X. Spicy sweet and natural bliss in a cup. And these stars gonna make my insides become outsides? Yeah, no. I will always, no matter what age I am, will pass on anything anise flavored or anise flavored.
Alien sightings increase. Is this an invasion? Ooh. At least it's pretty. Researcher responds over alleged algae invasion. Orphera. Tech teams up with Golomix Industries to produce self-healing concrete technology. Wild. Oh, look at that teddy bear. That's you. Heyo. See you all the way over there. Knock knock, anyone there? Okay. Mr. Bailey's, hi. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you come in. Okay, that's fine. Lucas, you want to know where I got all my awesome sunglasses? Check out my good sponsor here. Been working with them for eons, and I always love their stuff. But y'all know that already. Hashtag ad. Riona, normal schedule. Aqua, I'm very lucky to have people who's with me, no matter what. I won't take it for granted. So we won't see Riona today. Okay. So we do have 3 stories we can read. I might do 2 and leave the last one for another day. Do like licorice to a degree, but I think it's the same. No, I don't like licorice. Thank you. I'll pass. So we're going to read these 2 short stories, and then we're going to end the stream. So hopefully everyone is sitting comfortably. Or maybe you're even in bed after a long day. And now you can just like drift off to sleep. What's left on the bar counter? Can I borrow your lighter? Sure. Have at it. Cheers, mate. You waiting for someone? Maybe. Maybe not, I guess. Who knows now? Jeez, man. So I'd hear that. Tell you what, next round's on me. You sure about that? I'll take it then. No worries. Sorry about your situation, man. This is a good bar, so drink on. Leave your sadness at the bar counter. That's what they always say, right? Huh. Amen to that. Yep. Come on, here's to a good bar, and to an unexpected company, huh? Interesting thing you said earlier. Leave your sadness at the counter. You do that often here? Yeah, this bar's good. Bartender's kind. They won't kick me out if I drink too much. So, yeah. I think it goes after you leave it here. The sadness? Interesting philosophical question you got there. Man, somewhere far away, hopefully. Never to come back. But what if it does? Then we steal up and order another drink, and then another, and another, till either the sadness gives up, or our livers do, I guess. Tough life you got, huh? Well, Sisyphus and the boulder, you know? I mean, what other choice do we have? None, I guess. Yep, that's just how it is. I gotta go now. Interesting chat we had, huh? Tell you what, maybe this is the whiskey talking. That it felt like hanging out with an old friend, mate. Forget about that person you were waiting for. Hopefully I'll see you here again sometime, okay? Sure, man. I'm always here for you. After all, you're the one who left me at this counter. Right. Left his sadness at the counter. Top of the Ferris wheel. It was finally our turn to ride the Ferris wheel. She grabbed my hand tight, excitedly pulling me into the faded pink gondola. A small hand felt cold on my skin. For it was warm. The slightest touch of it used to warm my universe. It used to excite me. But when she pulled me into the seat beside her,
It felt cold. Where did that come from? That's not a part of the story. Sorry, everyone. Oh. Ruined it. Immersion destroyed. Bless you. Thank you. Need to find some licorice. Hardly popular in Poland. It'll be online somewhere, I'm sure. But also, it's awful, so don't. Where was I? There. I knew I was the one who had changed. I was the one who could no longer feel her warmth. The Ferris wheel finally moved. We stared at the lake beside the wheel as we went upwards slowly. The Ferris wheel is amazing, right? I feel like it's taken us to a world separate from our own. A world for just the two of us, She began a conversation, replied with a faint smile. Hey, pretty boy, want in on a secret? I love you. Her smile was so sincere. It was painful to receive those words. I didn't say anything. I couldn't say anything. We didn't wait for a reply. Silence passed as she turned back to the scenery laid on the other side of the window. I knew she was hiding her face from me. The Ferris wheel was halfway to the top now, still climbing ever so slowly. I tried to find the words I wanted to say to her. What's the softest way to break someone's heart? We reached the top of the Ferris wheel when it stopped, like it was supposed to. For a moment, our time was frozen on the tip of the world. Can we talk? Words finally found the courage to come out of my mouth. No. I know exactly what you want to say. You've been holding it in for months now, right? That same sincere smile. She should have kept that smile for someone who could love her as she loved me. Not for someone who is about to break her heart. Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. I thought I was ready for this, but I was just pretending. Silly, huh? It's not. It's my fault. I'm sorry. She tried to fake a laugh. Her eyes were wet behind her glasses, bedewed by her tears. You deserve someone better, not me. I'm sorry. Maybe. Can you pretend a little bit longer too? At least, not up here. Please. I cursed the universe for letting her love the wrong person. I cursed myself for letting her love me. The Ferris wheel creaked softly, signaling its movement. This time, downward. Well, that was very sad. Now I feel like I should do this last one, because I don't want to end on such a sad note. Okay, I'm doing one more. Seeing your body electric. Hopefully I don't sneeze halfway through this one. Seeing your body for hiding the truth in them. Prancing. Like a perfect man they are. Like a perfect woman they are. Like a perfect person the world expected they are. Not themselves. They can't be. They're hidden inside the closet, beneath the sweater 4 sizes bigger. Your mum bought you when you were 5, hoping you'll grow into it somehow. Do those sweaters fit you now? Sing your body for dressing, in designers as they like, fashion. Like Gucci for the insecurity, Chanel is your personal hell. Louis V hides your body. Like it's a casket, you hide what you consider ugly. Inside of Versace? Dior, like you're not sure if you're a boy or a girl or whatnot.
Your body still asks you what you want inside those Armani pants. Yet sing your body for surviving, fashion as they come, wearing tight skirts like you're a woman, black shirts like you're a man, sweatshirts like you're neither, dead or alive, paddling inside bras, fill the gap in your chest, finding to feel like you have nothing. Weighing your shoulders, what you actually are is a person forever looking for a reason to stay alive. When the devil asks for a dance, you look as good as you can. And sing your body for growing out of their chains for giving. Mother's expectations, father's disappointment, the owner of the body who keeps on. Drawing lines near their wrists, praying this is it, yet persistent in staying alive. How happy your veins must be, carrying hope through the arteries to where your heart is. A body that cannot stay broken, a body celebrated, a body forgiven. So sing your body for being, how blessed they are, the entire thing. How perfect a woman is, how perfect a man is, how perfect a body outside that dichotomy. How perfect the souls still looking for a body, fit for themselves, like shoes on the shelf, inside the closet, still waiting to be used. There will be time, pretty heels. There will be time to feel like singing your body electric. Sing it fantastic, tantric like it's time. For your nakedness to be alive, proud as you are. I think that's a story about being transgender. Some of the poetry was lost on me. Poetry ones always kind of lose me a bit. But I think that's good for now. We did it. I'm gonna save the game. Hit the menu button. Let's see who's currently streaming, shall we? I think we've got Volbrak. No. I lied. Volbrak is not streaming today. It might be a little bit too early, actually. She'll be streaming later. We do have Oka playing Planet Zoo, which is nice and calming. We have Artemis and Mama Succubus playing Hunt, same as TB, actually. Let's not risk waking some of the potentially asleep people and go and raid Oka. Because Planet Zoo sounds lovely and relaxing. It's only 10:30, so I'm still going to get a good night's sleep. Thank you everybody for joining me today for the stream. Really appreciate it. And thank you Ash for resubscribing for 44 months. Thank you Butternut for the follow. Thank you Feely, Silver Alien, and Ina, or Ina. Fuck, I always get it wrong. The raids. You're all wonderful people. Let's go say hi to Oka. And if you haven't already, please give them a follow. They're wonderful. And who knows, maybe they'll name a part of the zoo after you. Take care, everyone. And I'll see you on Sunday for some Hunt Showdown. Good night.